and we're back.
Wow.
So
It's been a minute.
it has. I was on vacation. So I got sick. And then I got over being sick. Went on vacation, came back, got sick again.
Yes.
And then it turns out everybody's sick because I ended up working while I had this cold or COVID, probably. I don't know.
Hard to say at some
Hard
points.
to say at this point, but I ended up working because I came back from like 9 days off, and so I already had guilt. And then my other manager was sick, so I'm like, well, one manager has to be here, and I'm like, this is just a cough and some sniffles, I'll be fine. But I'm still sniffling and coughing, packing up lung butter.
Mine was self-induced.
What's that mean?
That means I got... Dude, I drank too much.
Okay,
That's
well,
what happened last weekend.
Well, it lined up perfectly.
Yeah.
Our friends were going hiking, and they had invited me, and I really wanted to go, but I've been sick. So they messaged me Thursday, like, hey, are you still sick so we can plan appropriately? And I'm like, I'm gonna go with, yeah, I'm too sick to walk 4 miles uphill and 4 miles back, because it's super steep. It's described as a Stairmaster, and they would have had to pick me up at 2 in the morning because we're gonna drive, and then like because the trailhead gets super packed, so in order to not be hiking a mile to the trailhead and actually get good parking, we had to be there by like 5 in the morning. So but afterwards they were gonna go to Leavenworth for Oktoberfest. And I said before I was even sick, I'm like, "Do you sure you want to commit to that?" Like after going on a crazy hike.
Did you end up doing that, or?
So I didn't go. They ended up doing the hike, and they had some really pretty pictures. And I said, "How was Leavenworth?" And they go, "We got out to get food, and immediately noped back into the truck."
Oh, really?
Again, it's the biggest event of the the year there.
It was huge. And
yes.
Then,
So they would have had to have walked a half mile just to get to where a restaurant was, and their legs and feet were killing them. So I'm like, I'm really glad I didn't buy tickets to the thing like you guys did.
No refund on that?
I don't know. Sometimes with those, the refund policy is if you come back here, we'll stab you. Like, so.
Don't show your face around here again.
Yep. So who knows? But I'm like, at that point, you just eat the $30 and move on.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So how have you spent your time during this break?
So I actually have a new job.
Oh yeah.
My everything worked out. I start on the 23rd, so
yeah,
I'm pretty excited.
Hannah asked, "Hey, did Ben get that job?" And she's like, "Oh, you'll just ask him so you can talk about it when you record."
Yeah, exactly. No, I did. I ended up getting it, so.
I knew you would. I always believed.
Yeah, everybody believed in me.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah, really.
Well, it also doesn't affect anybody but you. So at the same time, it's like, why would I have anxiety about it?
So, but yeah, so that all ended up working out. So no more working where I'm currently working. I'm gonna get a job with full benefits and finally get something I can kind of retire with. Hopefully, is the whole process that I'm going with there.
Did you put in a 2 weeks notice with your other job?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I'm not the kind. I don't really like. Because I already put so much time into my previous job, I don't want to like just walk away without having. Because my boss really likes me, and I like my boss a lot. So
it's never come up for me to put my 2 weeks in. The one time in my life I did it, they were like, "No, you're good."
Yeah.
They're like, "Just don't come back." And that was the thing, because I was on really good terms with that job, and I loved my boss.
Oh, I fucked up.
Oh, you killed her?
I fucked up.
Yep, reload.
I'm loading that back. I fucked up. I fucked up bad. Damn it, I did pretty well in that fight too. I totally
Whatever, you'll do well again. I believe in you.
Son of a bitch. No. My brain was just like, harvest, rescue. Harvest is the right one, right? Shows how distracted I was.
Back to that story. So I was on good terms with that boss. I actually, you know, for the most part, like that job, I was just burned out. And this is when I was going to play Magic semi-professionally. My buddy was like, hey, I'm opening a shop. I need a guy to work it because he's like, this isn't my main job. So I need somebody to actually do the day-to-day. And it was bullshit money, but I wanted to get out of doing the type of work I was in, like in tech and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And so I told my boss, I was like, hey, I got this opportunity to go try and do what I love, and I think I want to take it. And his response to me was no. So I was a really high performing like employee.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, you can't do that. And I was like, hey man, like these opportunities don't come up all the time.
Only once in a lifetime.
I'm like, I want to put in my 2 weeks so, you know, I can just, you know, I'll come back. Like if it doesn't work out, I'll come back. And then he goes, oh, we don't rehire people.
Yeah,
he's
that's
like, once you go,
shit.
he's like, you don't rehire. He was a rehire. I literally said, but you got rehired. You yourself. He's like, yeah, but I was a manager. It's different. And I was like, well, I just all things the same. I'd like to put in my 2 weeks notice and go that route and cross that bridge when we get to it. He went and told HR I quit.
Dang,
like,
man,
on the spot, he fucked me.
That's pretty fucking weird. That's some fucky shit right there.
Dude, 100%. He was like, don't worry about it. I told HR you quit. And I'm like, what? No, I wanted to. He's like, paperwork's already done. And so, yeah, he definitely fucked me. And I'm blacklisted from that company forever. To the point where a buddy, like one of my best friends was like high in the organization. And he's like, oh, if you quit without notice, I can't even help you get a job. And I explained what happened. And he went, oh, Jake fucked you.
Yeah. Well, at least you don't have to worry about doing that ever again.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. It never became relevant, but it's just the one time I tried to put in a 2 weeks notice, that's how it was treated.
Yeah. That's some pretty scandalous shit right there. Sometimes employers are just real shitty.
It wasn't even the employer, it was just my direct manager.
Well, yeah.
Which sucked, because I thought we were bros. Like, we were good. We were on great terms.
Yeah, I'm glad it turned out pretty well with my current boss. She's, you know, didn't want me to leave, but she's also like, she knows how it goes.
Yeah, she's like, you can't do this forever.
Exactly. So
it's like, all right, fair enough. We'll get some other guy with a Miata in here. And... you didn't even have the right car for it. I'm excited for you, man. Do you get like holidays off and stuff?
Dude, I get everything.
Nice.
I get all the holidays off. I get paid time off. I get fucking full benefits. It's the kind of job you can retire on, so.
Nice. You might want to pull that microphone up a little closer to you. It's kind of far away, like pull the arm up.
Oh no.
There you
See,
go.
now this one's kind of.
There you go. There, now you're getting in the orange. Yeah, dude, I'm stoked for you.
Yeah, man, I'm pretty
Ben's
excited.
gonna get forklift certified. He's gonna get all the chicks.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
He's just gonna go to a bar and lay his forklift license down on the bar, and they're gonna go, wow.
Ladies.
Are there any ladies here? Then my only experience with you leaving a job was the one time in my life I ever got fired from a job. And I'll tell that story on here. So we were working at a commercial bakery. Again, me trying to not do tech work. We're working at a commercial bakery, and you know, we made dog shit money. Literally you guys are exceeding all expectations. There we go. Let's go ahead and you know, celebrate them with a pizza party. Like literally that was the job.
Yeah, really just the most bare minimum crap they could fucking do to like pay us back.
So it was like all of us from high school all worked there, funny enough. It's like in our late 20s.
Yeah, all
we
friends.
all get together and it's all friends, but we made dog shit money, and I was actually going to be promoted. So I'm being trained to be promoted, and like I literally get promoted the next Tuesday. It's a Thursday. And so they pull me into the office, me and my brother, and I think they're pulling me into the office to talk about my promotion, and I think they're pulling my brother into the office to talk about some time he had missed and be like, hey man, you can't be missing, you can't be calling out like this. Like that's literally what I thought was happening. My brother goes, jokes before we go in there, you're both fired.
Yeah.
And we all laugh.
Yes.
We go in there, I get pulled in, and I'm sitting with managers, and so they go, hey, so we don't really, know how to say this, so we're just gonna, just go out and say it. Today will be your last day with this company. We're terminating your employment as of now.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of in shock, and I go, I'm being fired? Mm-hmm. And they go, yeah, as of now, you're no longer employed here. And I go, wow, okay. And they're like, you can't go back into the bakery. They're like, if you need it, if you have anything in there, let us know. We'll go grab it. And I was like, no, just stuff in my locker. And they're like, we're going to escort you to get your stuff out of your locker. You can't be in the building by yourself. And I'm like, okay. So then we walk out. My brother's sitting there. And I was like, hey, man, I just got fired. You're probably about to get fired, too.
Oh, jeez.
So my brother goes, is that true? And they're like, just come inside. He's like, no, you can just tell me right here. Mm-hmm. And they go, yeah, we're also letting you go. You can't go into the bakery. If you have anything in there, we'll have to go get it for you. And my brother Tyler goes, fuck that. Yeah. I got my jacket in there. I'm going to get my jacket. And they're like, we'll grab it for you. And he goes, fuck that. And he kicks the door to the bakery open. And goes running through the bakery going, they just fired me and Chris. They just fired me and Chris. And then grabs his jacket and just, they're like chasing him.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're just like trying to be like, no, Tyler, please stop.
Come
back. Come back. Like they're not putting their hands or anything on him, but it's just like a whole, like they're trying to escort him off the property. But when they did that, I was sitting and doing my job, and I'd been with this company for 3 years. But when they fucking did that, I quit on the spot. And I walked out the door with Chris and his brother. That was what happened right there.
Dude, that's how you know Ben's a real G. Ben's like, what? Fuck that.
Fuck that,
So
dude.
I'm like I'm very calm because I'm kind of in shock about the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And so I'm cleaning out my locker, and then Ben comes storming in and starts cleaning out his locker. He's like, I quit, man. Fuck this.
It was bullshit. I thought the whole thing was such trash.
Yep.
It didn't make any sense to me. They weren't bad workers. Maybe missed a day or two or here or there, but fucking man, it was really not worth what they were doing. But that company was looking for any reason to get us out of there, really.
Yeah, because they were demanding more money. I called out the CEO in a meeting, and that's what ultimately we're pretty sure did it. Mm-hmm. This is how little we were paid. They raised the minimum wage in the state of Washington and to what we were making. Like we were making like $11 or some bullshit amount of money. And they raised the minimum wage up to what we were making already. And we're like, hey, are we going to get a raise in the difference so that we're still making above what that minimum wage is comparatively to where we were before? And they had told us yes.
Lied straight to our faces.
So then actually, I think the minimum wage raised to above what we were making. So they raised it to what the minimum wage was. And I was like, hey, you had promised before that you were going to bring us above that. Yeah. What the equivalent of what we were making over the minimum wage before. And he goes, oh, you already got your raise. And I was like, no, that's to what the state says it has to be. We were talking about above that. And he's like, I never made that promise. And then the lead in our department went, you're lying right now. Mm-hmm. You made that promise. And he goes, hey guys, I don't know what your previous manager promised you. And then he's like, you're a liar. And so we literally were all sitting there to our CEO going, you're lying to us right now? You promised. And then like 2 weeks later, I was fired.
Yeah. That place really fucking sucked. It really, because I loved the job too, because I was working with all my friends. Yeah. So it really made the job that's what was the real benefit of that job.
That was the Achilles heel though. Mm-hmm. That's what kept us all there making dog shit money. It's like we liked the hang. But, because like I literally got fired for the first time in my life. And then within 7 days, I had a job making $5 more an hour.
I don't think my job after that, I went to work at the Nintendo. I went and worked at the Nintendo warehouse for a while.
Yeah, and you're probably making like 15 an hour then.
Yeah, it was like 14 or something like that, but it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, and then Tyler kicked around and just collected unemployment for as long as he could. To this day, I've never got to claim unemployment because I claimed it then, but I had a job too fast, so they never paid me.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never claimed unemployment either. I've just never felt like messing with it.
I've just never been in the situation. The longest I was ever unemployed was the summer of 2016, and that was half by choice. That's when I moved back from Idaho, and I was looking for a job, but I kind of just decided to take the summer off because I'm like, when again in my life will I ever have a summer? And
it's very rare. I mean, hopefully with this new job, I get like 2 weeks paid time off eventually, and like, so it's like I'm really just like I'm gonna definitely take some time off next summer for fucking just going to go camping or something. We actually went up to Forks yesterday for Twins' birthday, and we went and saw the Tree of Life from the Twilight
that's
movie.
A mob drive. That's
It
like
was
4
a mob.
hours.
Yeah, me and Tyler switched spots, so he drove, I drove, kind of thing. But yeah, we went up to that ocean front where the Tree of Life is. I don't know if people don't know, you can look it up, but it was apparently in like the Twilight movies and shit. I didn't care about that, but I always like going to different parts of Washington just to see places I usually don't see. So
Yeah,
it's always fun doing that.
That and the Hoh Rainforest are last on my places in Washington I want to go.
Yeah, but it is quite a mob.
I mean, we just went to Spokane. That was a 4.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
That's mostly ugly. Like, once you get to central Washington, I'm like, this looks like Texas. This sucks.
Yeah.
And then you get to the gorge, and you're like, the gorge is pretty, but you're like passing through it. And it's, then you're past it, and it's more fucking nothing. And it's nothing until you get to Spokane. Like, literally, when you see trees again is when you start to see the city. It literally goes entering Spokane County, and the sign is right where the tree line is. Like, Spokane County just went, where the trees stop, that's where we stop.
That's it for us. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, Spokane's really cool. Last time I was there, it was a dead city. And now it is not. It is very much alive. It was so different, I Googled it.
Oh, yeah.
I went, did they have a revitalization project? And they did. Like, literally, the last time I was there was 2014. And then in 2014, they had a revitalization project where they pumped 1.7 billion into the revitalization of the city. So, yeah, Spokane was really, really cool. It was fun. Walked around a bunch.
Oh.
Haunted ass hotel.
Yeah.
But it was good times. I recommended to our friend David, I was like, dude, you should go there. I'm like, every restaurant is also a bar that also does live music. So I'm like, it's a shock that your band hasn't played there before.
Exactly. It's perfect for him.
Yep. Although I feel like Spokane should be in Idaho.
Really?
Yeah, the whole vibe is you're in northern Idaho.
I feel like the whole Northwest is all kind of similar in certain ways.
But having lived in Idaho, I was like, this feels like it should be the second major city in Idaho.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. I'm like, this... Because it's so close to the border anyway. Like, when I was a cigarette smoker and I was, like, living near Spokane, everybody over there would just drive to Idaho to buy their cigarettes because they were literally half as much.
Yep, that's very true.
Yeah, having a good vacation is rad. Like,
Yeah.
I have unlimited in quotes. So basically, I take like 6 weeks off a year. It's funny. In September, October, November, and December, I have like a week off at the end of every single month. I still got to put in to take all the Christmas time off. Normally, I wouldn't care, but because I'm like overtime exempt, I don't get holiday pay like that.
Yeah.
So as a manager, they're like, because the whole company that isn't shift based all gets that off. And so they're like, as a manager, if you want to take it, you can take it. And last year I didn't and just got like a $500 bonus instead. But I'm like, I'd rather have the time. So I'm going to take from Christmas Eve through New Year's Day off.
Nice. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to being able to, like, it's going to be like, because with my last job, it's like you get no holiday pay or anything like that. So it's going to be nice finally getting a job where I actually I'll be paid on the days off that's like holidays and all that. And then just I'll also get like full benefits so I can actually go to the fucking hospital and get checkups and shit.
Dude, I forget I have good health insurance. Because my problem is I don't have a primary care physician because I'm a terrible adult.
Yeah.
But if I did, like, would probably use it more.
I definitely have needed it for the last couple of years. It is what it is at this point.
Yeah. But it's definitely worth having, should you ever need it.
Yeah, so that's really all that's been going on in my life. I'm just looking forward to this being my last 2 weeks at my current job, because I just started to really hate it, and that's how I know it's time to move on.
Time to go. Yeah, I'm coming up in my 3 years at this job I'm at now. Which will be the longest I've ever been at a company. Because technically at my last job, I quit 2 weeks prior to my 3-year anniversary. I started at this job literally on the day that would have been my 3-year anniversary with my last job.
Oh, yeah. Go. Just push damage to this guy. All right.
About to hit Debo with a wrench.
Yeah, buddy. No, I've got to wait for him. I really want to wait for him because I have one more little sister to rescue. So I want to do that before I go to the next part, because the next part is a boss. So and I think after that I leave the area. But I guess I could technically go do that, because after I beat this next boss, it's the first time you get an upgrade station for your weapons.
Oh, nice.
So I think I might go for shotgun, just because the shotgun is always so useful. I mean, you only get 4 shots, but
they're the best for.
They're the best for, especially with like the explosive bucks here. These things are really nice, and as you can see, the electric bucks, whenever I hit a big daddy with them, it fucking shocks them and stiffens them up, so it gives me more time to shoot them.
Stuns them up, yeah. It's just basic game theory. Your pistol and your shotgun, or pistol and machine gun if you prefer the gameplay style of the machine gun. Although the shotgun is technically better.
The machine gun never seems. I don't know. I always feel like the machine gun's kind of lackluster. It's nice to have just because it's like it's like if I ever run out of ammo with any of the other guns, I can always switch back to it. But
some people really like the gameplay style of a machine gun. That's why it is an alternative. But it's like
I
really
do like
just
that it's a Tommy gun.
Yeah,
I mean that's fun. Out of all machine guns, I would definitely prefer it to be that. It's just so unique looking.
Yeah. Well, this whole game has a very unique art style.
Whoa. I always love they sound like fucking moaning whales.
You know what? I was actually just talking about picking up a game for me to just play, which is wild because I don't buy games just for me to play anymore. I was gonna pick up Cyberpunk.
Dude, they have well, in my opinion, with how much time has passed, they have definitely fixed a lot of the issues that were there when it first came out, and I just restarted it again. And I made a character that looked like Vin Diesel, so I've just been picking all the traits that are related to like cars and knives and things like that. And so I've been having a fucking blast with it. The game is really good. I definitely, and I enjoy Keanu Reeves' performance in it. He's a great character in the game. It's fun to interact with him. I'm kind of getting back into it before I get the DLC, because the DLC's got a whole another thing to it. And then the anime, if you haven't seen the anime, that might actually get you really into the whole atmosphere of the game as well.
Well, I listen to synthwave all the time, and like my screensaver on my phone is like a synthwave thing. And so to me, when I look at Cyberpunk, it's just an opportunity to walk around in synthwave world, retrofuturism world.
Pretty much.
My coworker said, he was like, yes, I highly recommend it. He's like, it's incredible. Basically what he said is, if you think you want to play Starfield, play Cyberpunk instead.
Yeah, actually, I would definitely recommend that. Like I said, they've really upped the ante. They fixed a lot of the issues, because they just recently updated it with a free patch. Like the last couple of things have been free patches that have actually added a lot more. They finally added car combat to the game, which just is something they showed off. And like when you first start up the game, there's like they kind of show off the car combat, but it was never something that happened again. But they finally fixed it to where it actually will just happen randomly when you're driving down the road. You'll get fucking attacked by a bunch of people. But that was it's been a lot of fun, especially when I've been thinking of my character as Vin Diesel running around fucking family. It's all about family.
It's funny. I don't remember the where I heard it, but somebody was saying that, like, comparing Starfield and Cyberpunk, and they're like, we're talking about vibe. Cyberpunk passes the vibe check and like creates an immersive world that you feel like you're in.
Yes.
Like Starfield feels like you're playing a video game.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have the vibe element.
Well, you can just walk down the roads, like just walk down the streets in Cyberpunk, and you feel like you're in a live city where things are just happening, and you can either be a bystander or you can interact. Like I was walking down the street, and there was these two dudes in an alleyway, and one of them was just fucking slapping the shit out of another one, and they were just talking to each other, just having this argument, and this is like, I didn't have to get involved or anything, I just walked by, but it was just funny because it's like just random little shit like that's always happening.
Can you ride a synth-wavy train?
No, there's no synth train.
Damn it.
But you do get some pretty synth-wavy cars and automobiles.
I just want to be listening to a synthwave playlist while I ride the tram system that goes through these synthwave retro futuristic cities.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I don't think they do not have a tram system like a GTA. But
that's such a synthwave.
That is a missed opportunity. Yeah, you say that. It would be kind of funny if they did do that. But
like it should just be, and it should be super high up and just zipping around the top, like
you can
skyscrapers.
You know, indulge yourself by walking around and like, cause especially with the PlayStation 5, it's got all the ray tracing. If you don't, cause that's what I did. I don't have a PC that can run it, so
yeah. This Cyberpunk has come up a couple of times recently, and I wasn't even looking into it. That's probably what put it in my mind. Because what they said about Cyberpunk was, yes, everybody remembers how bad the launch was, but the game was buggy, but it was still a great game.
It still had it, even when it first came out.
Even
because
when
I
it was
played
broken, it was still great. It was just it was a broken, great game. So they're like, yes, was it buggy? Did it not work on consoles? All of that's true, but the game was still great.
Yeah.
So once they fixed it, still an excellent game.
It's a fantastic. Yeah, I have a lot of fun with it.
I think Cyberpunk's launch problems was maybe what was the biggest failure? The No Man's Sky was too fresh in people's minds, I guess.
Even though I was playing that with Josh last night. He finally got it, and I was playing that with him. That game's great too. It's just, it took some time, but they had a good base for a great game, and I think they finally, with all the updates, free updates, mind you, they're not charging. You pay the initial, you either get it on sale or you pay the initial $60, and you got all this ridiculously good content.
Yeah, the creators were like, our reputation matters.
Yep.
And we're gonna do what's right.
They're not just money grubbing fucking corporations sometimes. Like I would say, CD Projekt Red actually does want a good reputation as making good games, so they're going to sit there and try to make, because they're going to come out with the Cyberpunk 2.
Yeah.
So I'm actually looking forward to that whenever that happens.
I just figure next time I meander into a GameStop, I'll grab a copy.
Yeah. Yeah, I recommend it. I could see you having some fun with it. So
just meandering around, especially at the end of this month, because I got a whole week off with no plans.
Oh, there you go.
Because I normally take 1 to 2 weeks off for Halloween, in case we decide we want to take a trip or something. But we're not doing that this year. So on Halloween, I'm gonna watch the Silent Hill Ascension premiere. But then, like, other than that, I got no plans. I'm just hanging out. So I figure I could pick something up and just play it.
Not a bad plan.
Speaking of great games, Bioshock. Who up shocking they bio right
Who's
now?
bioing the shocks? Oh, damn it, I fucked up.
If that is priced, you're gonna have to pay it. But he can't very well take your
Too few
plasma away now, can he?
This one. It's a difficulty when hacking. Yeah, I'll keep that. And then this is, yeah, so I'll keep those. I'm actually gonna want to swap out. Because this one from telekinesis would be the best idea.
Crazy hand.
It's the claw.
The claw. He's gonna choke the life out of you with his crooked fingers. Still don't know why I'm here, but Mr. Man on the radio telling me what to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, I saw the pictures of you guys up in Forks. For some reason, I just saw water and I was like, did they go to Ocean Shores again?
No. Yeah, that would have been pointless. I liked the beach where the Tree of Life was, man. It was cool. There's all this washed up driftwood there, and there was some fucking clubs that made me think of shit straight out of Dark Souls. Like they had the Unga Bunga clubs and shit on there.
Your bonking stick?
Yeah, the bonking sticks. It was actually pretty cool.
That makes me think every time I play a Dark Souls style game, just doing a pure strength build is so much fun. I don't know what these mechanics are, but I know how to hit people.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna go beefy strength build. My Elden Ring character started off as a quality build, and then as time went on, I'm like, nope. Hulk smash.
Hulk smash. Those are always just fun builds because they're simplistic.
And
so
they're
it makes
good.
life easy.
They're simple and they're good, because that's the thing about the Souls games. It's like just find a stat and pump the shit out of it, and then yeah, you'll be all right.
Yeah, very true.
It's been a minute. Did you decide what build you're doing in this game?
Well, I'm doing shotguns for sure. I'm gonna fully upgrade the shotgun. I might fully upgrade the grenade launcher.
Do you have to specialize your like special powers, or is this one of those ones?
This
where
is
you
one where you
naturally pump
kind of do, because you can buy upgraded versions of all the electro bolts, the incinerate. So you can actually get improved versions of all those.
them all? Okay, so you can just upgrade everything, and it just comes down to how you want to play.
Exactly.
They don't force you to choose, man.
This part's kind of wonky because it's they make you get rid of all your weapons, so you have to fight them with pretty much all plasmids.
Oh yeah, well, it's just one of those force you to learn this mechanic,
Exactly.
which can be annoying, but is also good, because you should know how this stuff works.
Luckily for me, though, I already know I need to pretty much hack a lot of these just to not get fucking raped by the currents and the other various things.
Taking enemies and making them your friend. Wrench!
Beat you with a fucking wrench, man.
Yeah, so you get all these crazy cool powers, like, and all this and all that, and then just start beating people with a wrench.
Beat the guy with a wrench. That's all it is.
So look, you got this and you got that, but anyway, whack. Whack,
You
clank.
can't beat the simplicity of a wrench.
Nope. Any other wrench gamers out there?
Best weapon in any game.
Pretty good. Name one time it wasn't good. You can't.
You can't do it. Because I always think of like the crowbar from Half-Life as this like iconic,
Or, you know, the games we just played, Silent Hill.
which was the plank.
Well, the
board.
plank, and then you get the pipe.
Yes.
While you were trying to overcome the nightmare, I was studying the pipe.
Get back here, you son of a gun.
Why should I,
Oh, damn, he
as a
killed me.
man,
He killed me with a kick.
why should I, as a man, overcome the horrors of my previous decisions and traumas when instead I could just beat everything with a pipe?
I will beat the demons out of you.
Yep. Exercise these demons pipe style. But while you pause, that's actually a good place to stop this episode.
But I'm still in the middle of fighting this boss.
Oh, well, we could beat the boss on the next one.
Oh, fine. All right.
All right, we'll be right back. Bye.
Bye.